Hey guys, and welcome back to WCBI After Hours with all my friends.
Oh, we're friends?
I was going to say the same.
Wow, okay. I guess we're not friends
I
anymore.
prefer coworker.
Really?
Wow.
Oh,
Wow, we're starting off
hey.
icy.
Best friends.
What about bosom buddies? You know, from Anne of Green Gables? Did anybody else? Y'all didn't watch that?
What is this, the 1700s?
Yeah.
Literature.
All right,
We
we
just discussed in the last episode how I don't read, so...
Yeah, I don't like Little House on the Prairie stuff.
I watched a lot of Little House on the Prairie.
Oh, I
growing
did
If it
up.
has that vibe, I'm out.
My mom was a big fan.
Not a Little House on the Prairie vibe?
No.
We like watched and read that my freshman year of high school. We had to do that.
Yeah.
But I really liked it. I enjoyed it.
Good for you,
I
Sam.
like
And it's
to-
Anne with an E.
Great.
Okay.
Oh, that's a new show on Netflix, right?
Oh, it is.
Is it?
Well, it's
I don't
on
know.
something.
Or it's
I
like a
have heard of
movie.
it.
It's either a movie or a show.
Probably has something to do about...
I'm so busy reading, I don't watch TV.
Oh, right.
All right.
Mercy.
All right.
Okay, well, speaking of TV, the Golden Globes just aired not too long ago, and Ricky Gervais had an 8-minute monologue.
He was the host, right?
Yes,
He was
he
the
was
host. It was his 5th year.
So he's allowed to do that.
Yeah, because he's done it several times in the past, and then he came back.
He's allowed to talk for an extended period of time.
Not 8 minutes.
Oh,
It's the opening monologue.
Yeah,
yeah.
opening monologues are
I have
pretty
an attention
long.
span of a flea.
That sounds
Lighten
like
the
a
mood
personal
just a little
problem.
Well, so anyway, his speech was pretty controversial
Yes.
on both sides. I know we watched it before this, and you know, we live in a time now where everything has become kind of political. There's always kind of that, I guess, facade about it or whatever. So, do you guys think that people? Well, he's a comedian or something,
Right.
right? Is he an actor too, or just a comedian?
I think he's a comedian that kind of went into the acting realm, but I think he's primarily a comedian.
He's a
Okay.
comedic actor.
Well, he was trying to be funny, and I understand where he was coming from.
I made it up.
And
I thought it was very funny.
do what?
I thought it was really funny.
I just think there were some things that were. I think there's funny, and then I think there's
The
inappropriate.
network cut his mic off a couple times.
Yeah.
But here's my thing is, they asked Ricky Gervais to be the host. What were they expecting?
Doesn't he do it like every year?
Yeah, he does
This
that
was
every
his 5th
time.
year.
Yeah.
But he's controversial every time, is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, like they knew that what they were getting out of
Yeah.
sides.
Well, and that was kind of. I think he said that in
Yeah,
his speech.
he was like, "This is the
yeah,
last
this
time."
is the last time."
yeah.
And he's like, and there was even a couple times where he made a reference to like, well, they knew what they were getting into,
Yeah.
and they.
I mean,
But,
it's
but they
cool.
have rehearsals, though. But I wonder, like,
But that's his brand. His entire brand is let me be as
Blunt.
crazy as I can, basically.
well, blunt
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah.
So, do you guys think that people in his stance, people at his what he does, should use
level of fame.
yes, should
His
people use their
platform.
fame as a platform for what they believe in and things of that nature?
I definitely think that we are in a time where people should be able to use their voice how they want to, but for the right reasons. You know, people who are celebrities or have a higher status, you know, people look up to you now. People are watching you all the time. You know, even sometimes here on the news, people look at us, you know. So I think it's definitely a time to get your thoughts together, making sure that you are addressing topics at the best of the intent, basically.
Well, I think it kind of brings me back to this whole idea of like, I'm sure everyone's heard like the stick to sports thing for like people that work in sports and athletes, like that it's almost like, well, you're in sports and you can't comment on other hot button issues, like just stay in your realm, in your area. And it's like, no, we know too that sports a lot of times is like a microcosm of society. It represents a lot of what's going on, and so I think it's important for people who a lot of people look up to and look to all the time to, if they have an idea or an opinion on something, and if they feel like it's important to public change, to get that out there. And you know, that's why we have freedom of speech, to be able to express that. And so I think if you want to use your influence to do that, that's your prerogative.
Yeah. I definitely think it should be optional. Like, I mean, of course it's optional, but I think it should be like, people should have that freedom, but people who choose not to speak should also not be called out. Because I feel like you see a
Yeah.
lot of that. There's a quote by Dolly Parton, and she's always said, like, I'm an entertainer, and if I take a side, there's like a certain portion of my fan base that will not agree with me. And so her thing is like, she's just an entertainer, so she's just going to entertain. I think if that is your opinion, then that's also valid, and you should not have to speak out on things if you don't want to. And I feel like a lot of people get called out for not speaking up on certain political issues.
Well, and if you're just, you know, calling things out in an award speech, but you're not doing anything else
Right.
with this platform and you know all of that, you're not really doing anything.
Right.
And I know with
Right.
Dolly Parton, she has a lot of charity work and
Yeah,
everything.
she
So
does.
you know, she might not be using her platform in one way, but she's
Right.
still giving back and helping the community.
Right. And that was actually addressed later on in the show. I don't know if you saw Joaquin Phoenix, but one of his things in his speech, he was like, okay, it's really cool to get up here and say something, but what are we doing?
Right.
You know?
Right, it's one thing to go out and say it, it's another thing to actually be doing it and paying it forward.
So in a nutshell, you know, express yourself, stand up for yourself, stand up for what you believe in. Right.
Be a man or woman of action.
Yes.
I like it. I like it.
Go vote.
Speaking of actions, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of actions, we're all gonna. Well, I
Oh,
guess
where are you going with this?
it's getting close to Valentine's Day, so we gotta get
Okay.
into action
Days
and,
away.
and go buy stuff.
Getting into
Go
action.
buy your presents.
That's
and
one way to
stuff.
word it.
That's the kind of action I was talking about.
That's one way to word it, Scott.
Cash is my work husband, and I fully expect him to go all out on
I wouldn't
Valentine's
hold
Day.
your breath.
Steak dinner,
Oh my.
movie,
Wow.
at least 10 presents.
At least
Oh.
10. I think how about one for our like 1 year anniversary? That sounds about.
I
that
feel like
sounds
our 1 year
appropriate.
anniversary is past though.
It's-
So is Valentine's Day like a big day for y'all? For y'all
It
that are in
is.
relationships?
In the past, it has been, yes.
Yeah.
This
Not
year,
even
no.
not even in the past.
I'm just kind of over the holiday. I do like candy though,
Yeah.
but to me it's so close to, you know, Christmas and Hanukkah and those bigger holidays. No offense to Valentine's Day.
Oh,
You
they're
know,
mad.
I
Valentine's Day
know.
is
Someone tell
angry.
me. You know, you might not have a lot of money still,
Yeah,
and I feel like there's just so much. Yeah. So I don't like the idea of getting a gift for Valentine's Day, but my mom did always give me one, and that was sweet.
Oh, my
Yeah,
And
mom
so
okay.
did
she,
did that.
excuse me,
Yeah.
Mom, I expect a Valentine's Day gift. I
still get
know
gifts
you're
from my
far
mom
away,
on
but
Valentine's Day.
put it in the mail.
I was going to say, there's a mailbox.
Well, like,
There's a mailbox.
with me and my boyfriend, like, the past few years, we've decided, like, we just gave each other holiday gifts, like, to not give each other Valentine's Day gifts.
Yeah.
However, I will say this year we are doing Valentine's Day gifts. So I think,
Aw.
like,
What are
if
you
it-
getting him?
Well, I'm not going to say it on here because if he watches it, like,
Whisper it.
he's going to know. And,
Text it.
and
Get Courtney's mic so she can tell
yeah,
us.
my mic's going to pick it up. It's really good, I'll promise you that.
I'm a big fan of like a Galentine's Day.
Yeah.
Just like,
I like have like a love sucks party. Like that's fun. Like where all the single people get together and
Bitter.
they're just like, man.
Oh, you'll find love.
Well, I am waiting for Valentine's Day.
oh, okay, so someone has special plans.
I don't, but
You just built that up. I was like, ooh, what's happening?
no.
What's
Well,
happening?
yeah, my boyfriend's supposed to be coming the weekend of Valentine's Day because it will fall on a Friday. I already looked it up, making sure he'll be here.
I didn't realize
But
that.
yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like Courtney. We really didn't get into the whole gift giving thing. Well, we used to, but now we don't.
Yeah.
We just like cook a meal together or go
Aw.
to the movie
Wow.
or something like that.
So
But
like actually romantic.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
that like?
Yeah.
And she's such a bully to everyone else.
What is love like?
Again,
it's a
you
very
don't want to
refreshing
talk.
feeling. It's like when you wake up in the morning and it's like you expect air to be there. And when you're in love, you don't have to expect that. It's just there.
Oh my gosh.
That was
So
actually
is
a
it safe
really
to say
good
that you are in
Yeah.
love?
I am in love. We,
Oh my gosh, my
me and
little
my
heart.
boyfriend celebrated 3 years on January 3rd.
Oh, congratulations. Happy,
Yes.
Okay, so
anniversary.
now he has a lot to live up to on Valentine's Day because you just like announced your love for him.
I'm sure he knows.
Yeah, I'm sure he's well
This ain't gonna be
aware
like
of
a
her
surprise.
love.
Well, yeah.
So
Let me-
Stephanie, what are you getting your boyfriend for Valentine's Day?
Again,
I
like,
am
she's-
going to give him a long text message. And hopefully he comes on the Friday. He's supposed
That
to
long
be
text
here.
message is gonna be like, you better be here. on
Right.
this day.
Yeah. Or the next day, I will be single. And
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
let's
let me
take
tell you what
it.
I'm doing for my Valentine's Day because it's kind of comical. I feel
Is
like.
it going to Muddy Waters?
No,
Ooh.
I'm actually
called out.
They
Literally,
do not sponsor the segment.
literally, that is my place. But no, I came up with this great idea for my friend and this guy she's talking to
Ooh.
about going to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee to get a cabin.
Oh wow.
So I came up with this
Oh,
great
that's
idea.
fun.
But guess who's tagging along?
You're gonna third wheel someone
Yes.
someone
I
else's
mean, why
Valentine's?
not?
Why not?
It's Scott.
That's true.
Oh, thank you, Courtney.
Like-
I'm loved. I'm loved. I literally told them all I want to do is
Get
Be
the hot
in the
tub.
cabin.
and sit in the
Yeah,
hot
you're just trying to
tub. Y'all go do what
relax.
y'all want to do.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I want a little getaway.
Everywhere you go, I went to Gatlinburg this summer. Everywhere you go, they have free wine samples, like just on the street.
I need to go to Gatlinburg.
It is.
Yeah.
I am
I'm
a little
coming out of work
sad
tomorrow.
just because they kept the at Christmas time they have all the lights and stuff up there,
Oh,
and I
that's
think
nice.
they run them through January.
That's perfect for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. And we wanted to try to book it for January, but I said, what about Valentine's Day? But
Yeah.
you stumbled me.
I'm
So I'm very excited, even though it's just gonna be me. But
I'm
that's
lucky.
okay.
Maybe
kind
we'll
of.
find.
Will you be
your soulmate.
bringing your new baby?
So
Ooh, yeah, Lucy.
we'll
You
talk
are-
about that, Sydney. I'm glad you bring it up.
Okay, so I'll be taking care of Scott's dog that weekend, apparently.
Great.
It's one weekend.
He can come.
I'm
I'm
kind
not
of.
gonna say no to a dog. Sorry, don't mean to interrupt.
Oh, it's fine. I'm kind of nervous for Valentine's Day this year because David, my boyfriend, has told me he has like this elaborate like weekend plan. It's in the middle of the week because that's when I have time off, but like this elaborate thing planned out for us to do, and like we're doing like a trip to St. Louis because I have to fly in there anyways. So I don't know what we're gonna be doing. I think
It's David. It'll be fun.
it'll be cute.
And,
He's
yeah,
very,
very cute.
he's a lot more romantic than I am.
Sounds like a proposal.
I was about to say,
I was
you might
thinking
want
that. I was thinking that.
Is that where the Ark is?
Yeah.
Okay, if you
Yeah.
go to the Ark, look out.
The
'cause-
arch.
Arch, yeah. The
Yeah.
Arch. If you go there, you're about to
The
get
Ark.
proposed to. Sorry, David.
No one's not rolling up in there.
I
Lord have
guarantee you
mercy.
it is 150% not a
So
proposal.
Courtney's getting married.
It's no.
Next episode, we're gonna have live wedding vows.
Oh, and
So we made it
No.
clear that you guys are all
Congrats
in
on your engagement.
relationships, except
Yeah.
Cash and I. Is
Yeah.
this wrap up like the end of the show?
Because we're the
Just
worst.
keep going.
Oh,
We are
Because
not gonna
I'm
have
unlovable.
Yeah.
that
as
is
long
true.
as
That is true.
possible.
Sorry.
What are you doing?
We're the only. Well, we've established that you are all in relationships, except
Yes.
Cash and I.
Right, so if you'd like a date with Cash Matlock, please go to...
Do not.
Please email cmatlock at WCBI.com.
And it will be filtered from me because I am his work wife. So
Right.
do not do this.
It's got to be
All
city
right.
approved.
Anyway,
Dating apps. That is how people are meeting these days.
so I would like to point out, Courtney Robb actually just set up my Tinder account.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
have-
So when I got out of dating apps, like Tinder was the only one. That makes me sound so old. So like I've been in a relationship for almost
Old head
3.
alert.
I met David in February of 2017. So like Tinder was really the only. Bumble had like just come out for people, and by this point I had a Tinder and like met. And I met David in class, like we were in class together, so we met organically. So,
Ooh,
but
organically, what's that like?
Oh, I met my boyfriend on Tinder.
which like a lot of my siblings have met their significant others on Bumble and things like that, but I don't know.
Well, the weird thing to me
met
is like
someone.
the weird thing to me is like Tinder doesn't have a formula. It's just like if you swipe on the same person.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
like if you do like an actual like online dating thing, like eHarmony or something old school, then it's like
Farmers
then it's like a yeah,
only.
farmers only. Then there's like a formula. You know what I mean? Like they match you based off
on,
of your
like,
likes
yeah,
and stuff.
compatibility.
So it's kind of weird that so many people are sticking with their like Tinder match, which to
So-
me would be
I think it's just easier to do it on an app than on like a website. Like we're
ooh,
not.
a website.
We don't
That's
like
ancient.
Yeah, we don't
Ancient
use
technology.
websites anymore.
But would you prefer for you to go through the profiles and see what information they put out there, or would you prefer
Everybody lies.
for an
anyways.
algorithm though to?
Catfish.
Yeah, catfish.
Your favorite hobby?
You catfish your boyfriend?
I did.
Did you?
Oh, really?
Yep, I catfished him, and I'm still catfishing him.
Yeah, she's still catfish.
Sorry, Will.
So you haven't met Will yet, right?
No, I've never met my. Just kidding. No. I have met my boyfriend. I did not catfish
Just to
him.
clarify.
But actually,
Oh my gosh.
I'm pretty sure, was more interested of the picture of Leo than me because that's the first thing he said to me, and
Can you blame him?
I think he's honestly dating me because of my dog.
Can you blame him?
Oh.
No.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have. I've deleted Tinder. I met somebody and thought it was gonna work out, so I deleted
I will say,
it, and I've not gotten back
I
on
wouldn't
since.
recommend Tinder for like dating.
Right. Thanks for setting up my account. Thanks.
I
Wow.
would recommend Tinder for dating because
I've met some psychopaths on
well, you have to
Tinder.
be safe
Well, I have
about
too.
it.
I have too.
Like the men I have dated on Tinder are insane.
But I'm not gonna lie, Jeremiah. He said that that Will liked your dog better. I swiped just because of the dog picture.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's how you get a boyfriend.
That's how you get someone. You have it
You guys are
all
too
in
much. I'm not
So do y'all-
Men do the same thing too.
Do y'all
My
know
dog.
anyone who's had like a successful match and like they're still together? Like, a
Oh,
long
okay.
time after?
Okay.
Like
One of my
Oh, besides Cindy, sorry.
It's like, what about
I'm like other people besides
One
you.
of
that-
my roommates from college met her now husband on Tinder, and they're still married,
Yeah.
like
Same with my cousin.
going strong. And
I don't think there's anything wrong
You know
with
what's really
it.
funny is, so my aunt, I hope she's not watching, but my aunt actually, she was on some program where like the identity isn't revealed right away. So she like matched with this guy, was talking to him, they were like hamming it up, like they were like really
Hamming it up.
like connecting, like really connecting, okay?
I love
So
that.
you have to pay
I
money.
have.
No, look, apparently you have to like pay money to find out who the person is, right?
What?
So
That's a scam.
No, listen. So she does it. It's her ex-husband. Anyway, I think they're back
That
That
choked
is
me
together.
up.
some tea right
I'm almost
there.
positive they're back
That literally choked me up. Susie.
almost positive.
Well,
You know
I
what
haven't
I think would be
caught up in a
cool?
while, but
I just like speed dating, just where you're like, it's like musical chairs.
My parents
but, like,
met on a speed date.
Really?
Yes, and they've been together for almost 30 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a sign.
It's
you
Do
weird.
they even do those anymore?
Okay, so what's interesting is now these dating apps are having like meet and greets in person. So where like if you
isn't that
have
how
like,
dating works?
but like,
Not when you're catfishing
but
people.
it's like it's almost like a speed dating. Like if you have Bumble, like there's like these like Bumble hangouts you can go to where a bunch of other Bumble users are,
That's
and you
kinda
can
weird.
meet people that way. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
which
So
like
it's like a group
Yeah.
thing.
yeah.
I was about to say, there's this new thing. It's called dating, where you meet people
Well,
in
when you meet
person.
somebody from online, you kind of want to do it in a public place.
yeah,
you
you
Yeah.
definitely
be
need to be safe
And you
about it.
tell
that's
someone
kind of
where
neat.
you're going and what you're doing and who you're
And
Share
you
your
have
location.
someone come and spy on your date too,
Yes.
at like a table a couple seats away. Just,
Now y'all know
yeah.
I like to spy.
you are the nosiest person I've ever met.
Come to St. Louis, you can spy on my weekend date with
Your
David.
engagement?
You're engaged. I'll be in the bushes taking photos for you to frame.
It's
them.
not
Takes them
engagement.
off guard to post
I guess
Instagram.
This conversation makes me so
See.
uncomfortable.
Caught off
So this
guard.
is the week of Valentine's Day, like the middle of the week.
Yeah, I mean,
It
I
is
haven't gotten my
100%
ticket yet,
a
but
proposal.
it's that week. I really hope he would be more creative than to do it like the week of Valentine's. It's
Well,
not
he will
happening.
be now when
It's
you watch
not,
this.
it's not happening, so it
Okay,
doesn't
David, if
matter.
you're planning it, abort.
Eject.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see next time if Courtney.
I'm
has...
not going to be engaged.
Next
She'll have
time,
a giant ring on her
a
finger.
full behind the scenes moment. We're gonna have a full behind the scenes episode.
No, we're not.
I
Your
can't
little
wait for
video.
the WCBI After Hours special.
I know.
Courtney's engagement.
So we are going to photograph it. All right. Thanks for
gonna beat us
watching,
all up.
everyone. We'll see you next time.